Whoa.
Well, I better demonetize it.
Ah! And there is a hose there though as well. Oh! Good morning and happy Monday. Currently around 6:30. Off to Duncraig. Always something a little bit different. First job is to manhandle some new high pressure hoses to the bay furthest away from the plant room, so about 100 meters in total. I'll have a couple of young strapping lads there to help me, otherwise probably wouldn't be doing that on my own. And then we've got around 4 or 5 vacuum cleaners that have gone down in the States. I haven't had them all reported to me yet, but I noticed on the NAIAC's MoMA app that there's a few down, which is pretty typical now. We're coming into winter, it's starting to rain, you get some moisture in those vacs and the motors go pop. I think there's actually 2 of those on the site that I'm going to now, so we'll get these hoses run, tested, and have a look at some vacuum cleaners today. Woohoo! One of the most appealing things about the car wash industry, to me at least, is the variety of things that you have to deal with. One day it's electrical, next day electronic, today manhandling hoses, mechanical issues, pneumatic issues, hydraulic, chemistry, the list just goes on and on. Now I do prefer, and I guess my greatest strength is the electrical, electronic, PLC issue diagnosis. That's what I like to do the most. But same as anything, I think if I were doing that every single day, it wouldn't get boring per se, but it is nice to have some variety, which is what you get. Couple that with being on your own, being your own boss, driving around from job to job in the comfort of your own vehicle. It's pretty cool. I love it. That's what we came here for. Morning, mate. How's it going?
Not bad.
You're on YouTube, by the way.
Huh?
You're on YouTube.
Okay. Well, I better demonetize it.
Ah!
High pressure soap would go a little higher because that's got a different line. It must be going through the thing and then back feeding back to the broken hole underground.
Morning, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, not bad.
Oh, for a Monday morning. Dee, 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 dee. Oh. I feel like I'm on install again.
Yeah.
Oh, see ya. Great, thank you. Alright, grates up. I'll get them all up as soon as I've closed it down now. Sunflex. It sounds a bit Chinesium grade to me, that old Sunflex. It's alright, I'll just struggle with this on my own, you alright? Don't worry about me. We'll just pick a fucking hole, mate. It must get noisy in here tonight. It's full of crickets. Poke her through here. Health and safety. You've been recorded, by the way.
I'm gonna do it.
3-man job. Well, it will be until we're 1 man down. We'll go under that one where the big black spider is. Nice. Don't you jump at me. Oh, that one?
Yeah, the one.
Well, that's going to be shitloads, isn't it? Yeah. Alright. If unsure, a bit more. You know, it's too late now.
We're doing burnouts in here.
You see, he's conveniently took that position now. It's your turn again. See, it's not too difficult, is it? A lot safer, not much more difficult.
Yes. What a pussy! Get up there, bro! You get up there! I'll rank the thing!
Time out, Smoko. Here's trouble.
Fucking lot of standing around going up, come on!
Smoko, mate!
Yeah, no smoking outside, mate. Let's go.
Let's tell Jared he's got to slow down. It should be a 4-hour job, this.
He's the one doing all the hard work.
Bit late now, I've already done it.
At least put one or two, so fully cable for it.
Well, your cable ties, I've stolen from your site.
Keep checking out. Oh, fucking fuckers. Camera. That's his missus has got in that going, I want to see what you're doing all day, I think you're at the fucking pub. Make sure you don't fucking stand around YouTube. TikTok videos too often. Alright, cheers, Luke.
Alright, see you later, guys. Alright. Banter over with. Somebody's got to do some work. Alright, where's Jared gone? I need his skinny ass. Well, I don't need his. Oh. Yeah.
Whatever you guys do. He wants me to go monkey.
There's actually some stuff worth stealing on this site. Look at all these. Woohoo! Yeah, it's got a lip on the top as well, so just put it on the Oh, really? Who put them there? Sake! Put my hand on that big black spider. She's got some patience. Oh, she got some little babies.
Oh, here you go, get still there.
Fucking loads of them. Yeah, come off then. Fucking hell, half a job. Say.
Hey, this is my first day.
Can't find the all.
I don't know what I'm doing. I can probably spot that one about what's going to grommet.
Ah, fucking grommet. So he won't cut the tails off cable ties, but he's fussing over rubber washers on tech screws, eh? Probably have to be off in a few fucking weeks anyway.
Yeah.
Do some other fucking leak. Piece of piss when you got some fucking muscle helping you. If you pull it back, won't it just go under?
Right.
And there is a hose there though as well. Oh!
I didn't just chop it.
You did! Oh!
What did you do? I cut a hose. Cut a hose?
That's alright, get paid by the hour.
Alright! Hope that'll make up for me working too much. Now, I probably used a little more force than I should have.
Oh, baby! You put a straight f***ing gouge out of that. Alright, we have females. They're male, so I'm going to need 3/8 male flare fittings for them. Have a look. 3/8 male flare. Oh no. Oh, really? These are no good.
Why?
Because they're not the right thread. I knew that was going to happen. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Bugger, bugger, bugger. That's alright, I've got 4 of them.
Yep.
I hope they go on right.
we had to do the you did the high pressure soap as well, didn't you? Yeah, so the two high pressure lines.
There's only really this system that uses 2.
Yeah.
Every other one uses 1.
Yeah, right.
And the reason why they did it is when you're changing over from soap and rinse in the bay, it takes a while, right?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
So if they run separate lines, their thinking was that it'd take less time to change over.
Right.
And then it adds complexity because then you have solenoid valves.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That was a little bit of a mission getting those hoses across. We now have to do the other end. Oh, bye. Wow, they're rusted out. Quite bad. One of those.
Yeah. That's it pending there.
What's this? $4. Hey,
It's rusty, bro. They didn't even bother unbolting it, they just chopping it.
See ya. Alrighty. We'll see how that goes. Oh, baby. Oh. I always take the nozzle out to flush new lines in case there's any gunk in there. Just rinse. Alright, let's have a look at some dirty vacuum cleaners. Open her up and have a look. Woo! 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 Alright, leave it off, I'll just do them both. Yeah, don't trust these vacuum cleaners.
First one in mine. Stand on
Alright, what can I sell you? 2 of these. And a brand new one could last 3 years or 3 weeks. Because if somebody puts puke or diarrhea up into it, it's stink. Somebody's used the gel, why not? They're not very good at being reused. I'll have to get some different ones. E-bagum. Woo! Okay, next one. Oh, it's got one of my V1 timers on it. Beep.
Sometimes it would, if you use it, it would just, this Nayax machine would just shut off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's doing that, is it?
Yeah, it was doing that.
Well, that's not good.
And yeah, this has got those old.
But there's a
Those
new Nayax in there.
ones were a bit shit. Could barely power it.
Job in there, a little Tupperware container with some.
They're all like that.
Yeah.
Because it's a bare circuit board.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
And if it touches it, that's it, it's up in smoke.
Yeah.
I'll do the validator first.
Please present your card or your mobile phone.
I
Authorizing.
mean, ideally I want it to go wrong first so I can see what it does. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll have a customer come and say it's just turned off. That's,
So the Nayax is definitely turning off.
yes.
It's not to do with this.
No.
Right. These are $400 each,
Yeah.
whereas the validator is about $60.
Yeah.
So I'll do the validator first,
Yeah.
and with it only being a vacuum,
Yeah.
I'll know that the next step then is to replace the Nayax.
Yeah. Right.
La 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 la.
haven't been playing it. Yeah, I know, yeah.
You really like that.
Probably because I've been good.
Yeah.
That was a good couple of hours. Got my steps in for the week. That double hose run was a bit of a pain in the end. The tendon cut through two of the plastic lines when we were putting the cover on, so we had to get that patched up, but it's all good now. Replaced a couple of vacuum motors on one vacuum, replaced the validator on another vacuum, and now we're going to go just down the road around the corner to another sister site of this franchise. Got a vacuum issue there as well, so going to have a look at that. Yeah, so this site just, I think it just has a vacuum cleaner not working. Do you know what's wrong with it?
It went down when I was not here. Yeah, it's already tripped off inside.
Can you flick the switch while I'm looking at it? Whoa. Give me a bit of a fry, that one. Look. Couple more vacuum motors to change. Easy peasy. Dirty, dirty. Garbage. Alright, that wasn't too bad, just a couple of vacuum motors. Easy peasy. Smelly smelly. And I think that's me done for the day.